What up guys, welcome back to 88-Bit Tech. I'm AJ and today I've got the best GPU that you can get brand new off of Amazon for $165 US. It's the ASRock Challenger Intel Arc A580 Overclocked Edition. This is a beautiful looking card. It is two 8-pin connectors for the power, got one HDMI and 3 display ports. This card just keeps getting better. Intel has shown that they're dedicated to improving the performance of their Intel Arc cards, and the A580 is no exception. We're going to see how well it spreads democracy. We're pairing this GPU with an old server CPU. It's the Intel Xeon E5 2680 V4. It has a max boost clock of 3.2 gigahertz, but it's going to stay around 3 gigahertz, which is plenty of power and speed to handle the Intel Arc A580. We're playing Helldivers 2 off an M.2 NVMe Gen 3x4 SSD, so plenty of speeds, and 16 gigabytes of 2133 DDR4 megatransfers per second RAM. If you're in Australia, unfortunately the Intel Arc card is very difficult to find here. I got really lucky. I found this on Facebook Marketplace locally. The guy that had it never used it. He actually won it at an electronics convention that he was working, but he's a console gamer, so he doesn't need a graphics card. So I was able to pick it up brand new for $111 US, which is 170 AUD. Before we get into the video, most of my viewers are not subscribed. So if you could, do me a favor and click that subscribe button, I really appreciate it. Let's get into the video.
Okay, let's take a look at the settings here. So let's go options, and in the display you'll see that we do have it at 1080p native full screen, and graphics are custom. Texture quality, we've kept it at high. It's a bit of a mixed bag here, so mostly medium, but a couple stuff we have shifted to low, just so we can get a decent experience overall. And yeah, so looking at the floor here, we're getting 68 FPS, but on average we did end up getting 64 frames per second with a 1% low of 49 and a 0.1% low of 24. We do also, on the bottom left hand side of your screen there, have the current Intel drivers that we are using. Starting off this mission straight away with a mob coming right at us. I did end up using the cluster bomb quite a lot during this mission, mainly because there's a personal mission and I needed to get kills with it, so I'll be utilizing the cluster bomb quite a bit during this mission, which is good because then we can see how, cluster bomb has quite a lot of effects and we can see how it affects the frames. You saw there, it did drop to about 40, which is not great, but this card is able to play this game in DirectX 12 mode, so it's better than an RX 580 8GB 2048 SP, which I have also reviewed on the channel. That card can only run this game in DX11 mode at a low preset and high textures. The games still look good, but this has a mix of medium and high textures with a mix of medium settings and low settings, and it's still getting above 60 frames per second, which is really nice to see. I'm also recording this with the highest bit rate possible with Intel's video capture software, so keep in mind that the FPS is being affected by that as well.
Fire in the hole. Unleashing democracy. Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate. Throwing grenade! Freedom forever! Bag's empty. How'd you like to taste of freedom? Injury? What is
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
How'd you like to taste of freedom?
Eat liberty.
You will never destroy our way of life! Freedom forever!
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Have a taste of democracy! Get some! Get some! Bug outpost. How about a nice cup of liberty? How'd you like the taste of freedom? Throwing grenade. Say hello to democracy! spotted. Prepare to exterminate. Taste of freedom!
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Here comes the cavalry.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Attack underway.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Another victory for the
right side of history.
So there you have it, guys, an admirable performance in spreading democracy from the Intel Arc A580. Just a little note here, I did pull up the Intel or the ASRock Challenger Intel Arc A580 on Amazon, and it has gone up in price to by $5. So now you're paying $170 for it brand new. So that does come with a warranty from ASRock, which is pretty good. But now comes the real question: should you get this card? And honestly, it depends. It is, in my opinion, it is the best budget card that you can find brand new at this price point. An amazing value, and it only keeps getting better and better. My only caveat is if you are in that budget realm for graphics cards and you want something brand new, you have to know a little something about PCs when getting this card, because it was far from a plug and play experience. I'm assuming that if you're getting this, you're on a budget rig as well, and I had this running on a Mogul X99 P4 Xeon motherboard. This was an absolute pain to set up. I'll just be honest with you here. Hours of trying to get the GPU to display an output, and it just wouldn't work. You need to have a motherboard that supports rebar, otherwise Intel Arc GPUs will perform like poop. You're going to have a stuttery mess, and it's just not going to be an enjoyable experience for you. Fortunately, my Mogul X99 P4 motherboard supported rebar, and all I had to do was enable 4G decoding and enable rebar, and it should have worked, but it didn't. Yeah, I, for the life of me, could not get a display out, and I don't even remember. It was a little while ago. I don't remember how I ended up fixing it, but I did eventually get the drivers installed and rebar working on the system. Like, it didn't work through. Oh, that's what it was. So initially I had a display port. It didn't work through that. I plugged in HDMI and it worked. But I needed to enable 4G decoding and rebar. So I did that. But as soon as I did that, it disabled all the display ports on the graphics card for some reason. No idea why. So I updated the graphics card, or I updated the drivers I did a complete uninstall of the drivers, reinstalled them, and you know, trying different ports again and rebooting the system, deactivating like 4G decoding and a rebar and getting it to work and updating the drivers again. It was just crazy. If you are a PC nerd and you're fine with doing a bit of troubleshooting, I think the Intel cards are a great way to go. But for the average consumer, for the average gamer who isn't that kind of tech savvy, the Intel cards might be a hard buy. You're better off with going, if you're not that tech savvy, you're better off going with like an RX 6600 or RX 5700. Honestly, if you go the used market, you can get even better cards for this price point. But if you want new, then at this price point, it's really hard to find a lot of comparable things that can perform better. And the thing is, it's only going to get better. This graphics card, I can see it, once they get it completely running like an optimized well, it's going to be a beast of a budget GPU. That said, like I said, if you're not tech savvy, I would give this one a pass. Go for something that's a little bit more stable, like the RX 6600 or even an RTX, like an NVIDIA 3060. If you can find them on the used market, you can get it for cheaper than this price point. If you do want to purchase this card, I'll leave an affiliate link down below. It will help me out at no extra cost to you. And if you guys have any questions regarding this card, I will end up putting it in an AM4 build, and maybe it's fine in an AM4 build, but I can only speak on my experience with the X99 motherboards. With the AM4 build, hopefully it's a smooth process, but I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be a while before I can set that up, but I am gonna do like a full benchmark run with that AM4 build with this card. So if you have any questions regarding it, please feel free to jot it down in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you like the video, please like the video. And don't forget to subscribe to see more content that I will release in the near future. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.